Get this show on the road.
Yeah. Okay, I think I do have it up and running. Double check. You got us up? Okay, let's start. Thank you, bye. Okay, everybody, if you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay. Has everyone had a chance to review the bills?
Yes.
Yes.
We're all set with them?
I had one question, but I can't come back and find it, so. It wasn't anything that, it was just, where it should be on the bill. So we can do it later.
Okay. So do I hear a motion to accept the bills?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Kirk and Dave. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Now, everybody, you received 2 sets of minutes. The first one being the special board meeting we had so that we could put out an RFP for the HVAC system. Anybody see any problems with that? Do I hear a motion to accept it?
Second.
That was Margaret and George.
That was for the special meeting. That was a special meeting.
Special meeting minutes, yes. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? So carried. How about the official board meeting from June 12th?
So on the June 12th, the only one, and I already said for Carmen's presentation, I wanted to add in there that she said the towers are going to be smaller, slightly smaller, and we're going to the 4.5 megawatts.
See, with Maureen here, I would say, okay, let's see what she had to say, but did she definitively say they're going to the smaller ones? I did not think so. They were considering them, if I remember right.
Putting, considering it.
That was the Vestas 4.5, if I remember right. Okay, with that inclusion, anything else having to do with the official board meeting minutes? Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Kirk and George. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay, old business.
Hemlock Ridge Solar. Nothing there to report at this time whatsoever. Is your mic on?
When you came over to talk.
I was gonna say, you're not even on here.
Sorry. We received some preliminary drafts of road use agreement, HCA, but nothing substantive. Lacks a lot of detail, so nothing to report about.
Okay. Very good then. In other words, we're still at a standstill there. Third solar project, I got the report today like usual. I forwarded that out to everybody. I have not driven back in there, but I've slowed down and stopped in the end of the driveway there. And it looks like almost all the solar panels have been mounted. According to the report, they have run the electrical connection halfway back into the project field. So things are moving along. I did send out an email today requesting any information when they might have a general idea of when they might turn the system on. Just a ballpark figure is all I was looking for. But that's about it when it comes to the Beard project.
Did they get back to you at all on the timing?
No. No, first time I wrote to the wrong guy. It was obvious because all of a sudden I had someone else replying to me. And for some reason they never include you.
No.
And I copied you in on my response and requested they do put you on the mailing list, email list. Okay. Heritage. Anything to report there?
Since the last meeting, we put in a letter asking to ORES, asking that they take into consideration that the Vestas 4.5 would result in a reduced economic benefit package. ORES also accepted the 4.5 as an alternate turbine, as we expected they would.
Okay. Comprehensive plan, there hasn't been any movement, has there, George?
No
There's a meeting
till
coming
the-
up.
Yep, end of this month.
You have a date on that?
At home on the calendar. I do. Don't it?
Well, it's generally like the fourth Tuesday or something like that?
Monday,
Monday?
yeah. 29th.
1, 2, 3, the fourth Monday would be the 22nd.
I think it was gonna be closer to the end of the month. So,
Fourth Monday is the 22nd.
yeah, I think it was kinda high.
Okay, you'll get back to us?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Water District 10. You all know how we're plodding along with that, trying to get things going, why we had the public hearing earlier for the CDBG grant. Hopefully we can get that, which will help greatly with the debt service. So we're not moving anywhere with that at this time. Well, we are moving. We gotta get the grant in the next 2 weeks. Okay, new business. Motion for line transfers. Everybody's had a chance to look those over? Any questions on them? Do I hear a motion then to accept the line transfers?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Dave made the motion. Do I hear a second?
Yeah, but that's when after they get.
Second it.
Margaret seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Now I have a document here coming down with that everybody needs to sign. Okay, next, Alice Road. Dave made the motion, Margaret did the second. Okay, next motion. Whereas by referral from the Town of Berry Code Enforcement Officer dated April 26, 2024, the Town Board became aware of the unsafe and dangerous conditions at property known as on Alice Road. Whereas the Code Enforcement Officer conducted an exterior inspection along with photographs, and the Town of Berry Code Enforcement Officer affixed a notice to the property of numerous violations. And based on these violations, whereas an order of correction was served in accordance with Chapter 130, the notice of hearing regarding the same, whereas the Town Board held a hearing on June 12, 2024, at which neither the property owner nor any member of the public appeared. Now therefore, the Town of Berry hereby finds that the property owner has refused to comply with the order of correction and now directs the Town of Berry staff to remedy the unsafe and dangerous conditions at the property, and therefore, the Town Board orders that an expense associated with the Town of Berry's remedy of the unsafe and dangerous conditions of the property shall be assessed against the property as permitted by Town Code Chapter 130-10. Now, we have discussed this and talked about this, and as everyone knows, it is listed, oh, there we go. It is listed in the Orleans County Tax Foreclosure Real Estate Auction. The reason we are doing this is, what if somebody or nobody purchases the property through the tax foreclosure, and therefore it's sitting there? So because our town highway department will not be able to get to it until late summer at the earliest, probably be more like in the fall. So therefore, if nobody purchases this at auction, which is July 30th at 10 a.m., at the Elks Lodge in Albion, then we've already decided that we are going to go ahead and clean the property up. So that's the purpose why we're going ahead with this resolution. Okay, if somebody purchases it, it's their responsibility, not ours. We can take care of this resolution that way then.
Is the resolution written that way, where if it is purchased, that they're not going to be expecting the Town of Berry to be cleaning up the property?
If someone else purchases the property, then this order is going to be void. We'd have to start the process all over
It
again.
would be just eliminated, and it's their responsibility after that.
Yeah, because we wouldn't have met the notice requirements for the new owners. We'll have to, if it sells at auction, we'll have to start the process over again.
If they're not cleaning it up on their own.
Correct.
Right. Good.
Okay,
Hopefully they will. Hopefully they intend to do that. Someone wants to buy it and
a
clean
lot
it
of
up.
scrap material in there. Okay, do I hear,
Sean, wait a minute. Do we have any expense involved in that so far, other than, did Bridget, have you worked on that?
Yeah, yes, I've been working on it since
So
April.
the town is owed something on it.
Yes,
plus the CEO going down there?
right. I mean,
Dale doesn't count, he's been down there.
you can, you know.
Oh, you haven't? I thought you went down, okay.
Yes, and I have it as a separate bill that you guys have been getting, separate from my regular time. So it's clear which time I spent on it.
So what's our chances of collecting
I mean, you can assess it against taxes. So, should be pretty good, unless no one buys it at auction.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess you could put down that I made the motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Kirk seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay, next. I sent you emails today. The gentleman from Frontier came in, took care of the one document that we needed. So we're all set with it. We had the bid opening last night, and it was for Frontier. So do we hear a motion to award the HVAC contract to Frontier?
I'll make the motion.
Second? You, George?
No, I was just helping her, but it was Kirk that made
It was Kirk. Who's making a second? Margaret will make a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. I had down here to accept the new seeker for Water District 10. Really, that was just a narrative. What we need to do is go to the, and I sent, remember I gave this all to you at our workshop last week. I gave you copies of everything for you to look over for tonight. And there was it's an amendment to the original seeker. Remember, there was a separate page, 2-6 attachment. And they went through 1, 2, 3, 4 additional topics that they added to the seeker. So, any questions on that whatsoever with the seeker? It's still a negative declaration. Okay then. The motion I have is whereas in 2018, the town board of Town of Berry herein after the town board applied for funding assistance from USDA Rural Development for the creation of a proposed water service area, also known as Water District Number 10, or the project. The proposed project involved the installation of a lot of linear feet of 8-inch and parts and meter pit. Whereas the town board initiated a seeker review of the project on or about August 8th, 2018, the town board classified the project as type 1 action under seeker and declared its intent to serve as a lead agency. And whereas the town board notified the involved agencies of its intent to serve as a lead agency, now on about October 10th, 2018, the town board declared itself as lead agency. With the project documents, the town board determined that the project would not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts and issued a negative declaration for the project. And proposed project did not move forward after the 2018 negative declaration was issued and the project was not constructed. Whereas the town of Berry now desires to proceed with the proposed project and is applying for 2024 New York State Community Development Block Grant Program funds for the project. The 2024 project scope remains unchanged from the original 2018 project scope, and the seeker findings have been updated to reflect new information and results from the 24 agency consultations regarding potential environmental impacts as described. After analyzing 24 seeker findings, narrative for this project, and the previous 2018 environmental review record, including parts 1, 2, 3 of the 2018 environmental assessment form, the town Berry the town board seeks to issue an amended negative declaration in compliance. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board as lead agency, the town board has thoroughly reviewed the environmental record prepared for this project. The town board has considered significance for the potential environmental impacts. Based on its review of the project's entire environmental record, including the 24 seeker findings narrative, the town board has determined that the project would not result in any significant adverse impacts. The town board therefore issues an amended negative declaration pursuant to 6 NYCRR subscript 617.7. The question of the adoption of the foregoing resolution was duly put to a vote on roll call, which resulted as follows. For myself, I vote yes. Kirk Mathis,
Yes.
George McKenna,
Yes.
Margaret Swan,
Yes.
Dave Waters.
Yes.
Okay. And therefore, Maureen will have to, as notary, record this, and it will be attached with the board minutes and sent to G&G Consultants so that it can be put with our grant application. Now, second part. This one, you have to identify a person. The meeting of the Town of Barry Town Board held on, whereas the Town of Barry applying for the New York State Office Community Grant CDBG funds, and whereas Labella Associates DPC has prepared the environmental review record for the project, now be it therefore resolved that the town board hereby adopts the environmental review record for this project, and resolved that the town board designates Sean Pogue, Town of Barry Supervisor, as the certifying officer responsible for all activities associated with the environmental review process of this project. For this, I need to have a specific person make this motion. Yes. Yeah, I thought that too.
I move that we appoint Sean as the liaison for the Water District Environmental.
Thank you. CDBG.
I'll-
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, Dave. Once again, individual roll calls. I'll say yes. Kirk,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Margaret,
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
Now, thank you. So passed. Backing up, I forgot to ask for someone to make a motion on that last one. Because once again, they want to know who the council person was to make the motion and seconded it. Someone want to make that motion?
I'll do that. I'll make that motion.
Kirk, for the first one. Margaret. Okay. David. Okay. And that takes care of all that. Okay. You did.
We did.
Individual vote. Okay, now, financials. Yes, sir.
Before we get into that, the comprehensive meeting is July 29th at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Yep, where's this? July 29th, 7 o'clock. Here. And finishing up my notes, going back through, one of the other things that I wanted to bring up on the bills, but we can bring it up here, is the cost of for the primary was like $3,000. Harry made a point today. I said I would bring it up and reach out to you. Is there any way for like the primaries or these individual votes that we could consolidate and have the vote done at the county buildings? Is that legal? So that all these towns don't get a huge bill and we can consolidate and get one charge? Perfect. That's. I think that would save money for everybody.
It might still be a cost expense going out to all the municipalities only because you have us.
Separate, yeah, they'd split it out, but I don't think it'd be $3,000.
Yeah. Okay. Why, thank you, sir.
No problem.
Okay, financials. General fund, year-to-date expenses, $328,413.61. So we have, for the town, expended 54.66% of our budget. Highway has spent $397,211, so they've expended 31.95% of their annual budget. Okay, highway, everybody got a copy of Dale's report? Oh, that's good. Somebody's decided to hook up on Pine Hill? Oh,
The one that's been being built for, Yeah.
Keeler's up there.
no,
No?
not the Keelers.
Yeah.
Oh no, the other one's on Cam's Road. I apologize. Is it?
How did that grader work for good old Clarendon? Good. You're letting it get wet and dirty over there?
How old is it?
Yeah. Down. Contractor, log and truck. Offer. Plowing are newer than our old.
It'll adapt easy.
I think it was Richmond. Somebody else bought it. Not an auction.
The person that bought it just didn't need it.
I call him a contractor, but he's actually a machine shop that he did business contracting.
Oh, not.
Cause it doesn't agree.
No.
Anybody have any problems with that?
No?
Sounds like a good deal. I know what that stuff costs.
And we have money in
What do we do with the extra one then?
extra plow.
The extra plow and wing that is one. We do have one spare now, don't we?
If we determine that. we have On the off block. By the time we're done,
They're dust.
Tom can only weld a lip on so many times. We need to make a motion on that? That's what I thought.
well,
Yes.
I'll make the motion to approve the plowing for the highway department.
Okay. George, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Do we have to do the same thing for the water line materials? Is that through ARPA?
That's what we're gonna be doing that through ARPA, funds. But he's just looking for the official okay that he can go ahead and start buying that stuff. We need to do a motion on that for him, that we've been talking about this for a
Yeah.
couple months for him to go ahead and just start purchasing materials. Water Eagle Harbor Extension.
The connect.
It's ARPA funds all. Okay.
Make me feel
I move that we use some of the ARPA funds for the purchase of water line materials for Eagle Harbor.
Sounds good to me. Second?
I'll second.
Dave seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Yes. ARPA, not two A's.
Association are tired.
Okay, then. Yes. Yeah, we've had a number of donations and so on that have come in, whether it was cash donations, materials that have come in that has helped us a great deal. If you haven't taken, well, wait a second, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll wait until we get to Dave. Okay. You drove over there today, right?
very good.
Okay. Town clerk. Total state, county, and local revenues, $1,473 for the month of June. As you all know, Maureen is off on vacation right now. Yesterday was her birthday.
Ooh.
Okay, I contacted Stephanie. She said there is nothing new to report. She's getting ready. She is, I don't know if it's 2 days or 3 days, where she has some training coming up next week. So she's getting ready to attend that. Code enforcement, Chad and Jared said there's nothing new, but yet Lee is going crazy with all the building permits that are being handed in left and right. So I know they're busy, but they say, man, there's nothing new. So Jared is still working on his classes. He will be for a little while longer yet. Both will be in this Friday afternoon, in case anybody needs to contact them to see them or talk to them about anything. Planning.
Sean, is that on the website? Are there hours on the website? If they aren't,
I can't say that there's is. Lee, you're listening, I know.
That's all right, you can proceed. If
I'm-
it
I'm-
isn't, it ought to.
I know that our previous CEO, her hours were always listed on our website, and I'm sure she has put them on there. And it's generally Friday afternoons or by appointment. Yeah, she heard. He said he'd come in on Friday because of Chad being in on Friday as well. So it is their hours due. Yeah. Might be best to put on there to call and see about making an appointment. And they could say, yeah, I'll be in on Friday afternoon. That'd be great. Okay. Just so there's a little more direct contact with them versus you getting swamped, because you have been getting swamped. Okay. Thank you. Planning board meeting, just this past Monday night, Kirk.
Addition of 2 microwave dishes. Their tower is on Hemlock Ridge on Ronnie Carr's farm. And they're adding 2 antennas onto that one also. And the planning board granted that. The land separation is tabled until August. I think Bridget's getting some more information together on that.
Bridget
Cook
is, yes.
Bridget Cook. So that was about it.
Okay. Margaret Zoning Board, they have a meeting coming up this Monday. Okay. That is what? What's the date on that?
17th, I believe.
No, not 17. What'd you say?
I just,
What's the date on the days? I don't have my phone.
15th. July 15th. And that's at 7 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes.
Here in the courtroom. Okay. Finally, David, the park.
Yes, the park's coming along well. We can see, but here's a picture of all the new playground equipment that's going in. Looks like it's been leveled off, so it's even with the higher elevation of the park. One question I have, is it gonna eventually be sloped down and then probably grass put in around it, Dale? Okay. Because what is it, about 3 foot or 4 foot? 4 foot elevation up there? Yeah. They got tape around all the equipment right now, obviously not in use. Looks good so far. The swing set, is that gonna fit in? Okay. Looks like that's ready to go in, and will that need to be cut down at all, or it'll go with the feet that are on it? Yeah, it looks really good. Obviously wet right now. And the area that's all dug out where it's just dirt, is that gonna be an extension to the? Is that gonna end up being maybe parking lot? Mhm.
It's some money.
Right.
I do plan on putting dirt in there. Things level off.
Mhm.
Raise it up a little bit, so it's not.
Yeah, looks good. The power is all into the boxes in that, so whatever we decide to move forward with the park as far as the bathrooms and that, that's all in there, so so far looking good.
I have a question. Is the playground right up next to the, like there's,
Slow.
it's,
That park meeting.
Jason, Pavilion is right here.
Good question. Now that part's taken. Yeah. Because we were talking about possibly the walking trail too. Could be Gesundheit, which would be probably an easy doable, especially with,
So there is
Getting wood
there's
chips.
space between
There is
the
some space.
pavilion and
that's what you wanted to put on the walk.
That's what I
What
was
you want to
curious
put on the
about.
walking trail? Yeah. Okay.
As far as the next meeting, Jason's not gotten a hold of me for the next meeting, but it is looking good and people should go down there and see how nice it is.
Question, people of the board. When the new playground is all done, you want to go down and have a ribbon cutting? Get Tom Rivers there with his camera?
Sure.
Yeah, it might let people know that we do have a park, on the comprehensive.
and we do have a playground.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we'll do then.
Vincent's excited about the playground.
Is he?
Yes,
Good.
very much.
Better invite the BBC.
Yeah, definitely. And I figure that when we get closer to that, we'll do some official recognition, especially if Tom Rivers does come down. So it'll be in the hub of all the
The
people that have
donations.
made donations and have scrounged up money, like BBC. They went out and scrounged up a lot of grants so that they could purchase the playground equipment. Jason Foote received 3 different grants for about $10,000 total towards the playground as well. So recognition for everybody involved there. So I think that, yeah, we'll do it all at one time then. Anything else, David, on the park?
No, that's what I got.
Utilities,
Really nothing new on utilities.
okay. That leaves Bridget.
So my only thing that we haven't covered is relevant to utilities and family energies
Ah,
issue. We had a situation where Family Energy created, allegedly entered into a contract with the town of Barry, but none has been produced to be the service provider. It's my understanding is that as soon as Sean found out about it, got us switched back. They then sent us a bill for over $3,000, which I disputed. They didn't respond to. They've sent to a collection firm in Texas who is also violating several debt collection laws. And so this week I filed complaints with both Department of State and Department of Public Service. I got a call back from Department of State today. They're keeping an eye on it, but not doing anything yet. They want us to have a conversation with Family Energy. I don't know how that's possible when they won't communicate with us. And Department of Public Service spoke to Family Energy and they were supposed to have called me today. They did not. So unless they called here, which I don't know why they would do that when my contact information was in the letters and complaints, they said they will open an investigation if they don't contact me within 7 days. So that's where we are. We're
Very
not paying. We will not
Yeah.
be paying under any
not paying.
circumstance. And I look forward to the Attorney General getting involved. So that's the only thing I have to report other than the things that we've talked about already today.
Very good. Our next workshop is August 5th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Our next board meeting is August 14th at 7 p.m.
Oh, but in the ambulance RFP is due this month. 25th?
I'm looking
Did I
real
make
quick.
that up? Might have.
Hope that's August.
It was in the hub.
I don't have it on my calendar that I can see. You sure it's this month?
100%.
You said the 25th?
Let me confirm.
Cause I know we gotta go up to, what is it, Gaines for the, opening of the bids.
They are due by noon on July 22nd
God,
at the Albion Town Hall in the clerk's office.
okay. I know I put it in here, but where the heck is it? Okay. And we're opening later that day, is it
I
not?
think we're opening them at 5.
5? Yeah, 5 PM.
At Albion.
No, Gaines.
Gaines.
We're going up to Gaines to open the RFPs or the bids. See what we get from,
Now I'm done.
okay. Anything else for the good of the order? Okay, then.
Sure.
Margaret made a motion to adjourn. Second.
Second.
David, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you, everyone. You did have something when you say it like that. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead, man.
I'd like to mention that this lawsuit that county had with the Genesee County state project is kind of put back on the back burner right now. Simple reason, all their it's coming through the swamp, bed irrigated. So if they want to start up again, they have to replant beds and do the DEC to come through there. So we're not spending any work to get there. $93,000 already. Stop. Yeah. But it's not saying anything about through eventually. But as of right now, it's kind of on the back burner. And also, there's a lot of building projects. Bank that we finally get there around May. We're hoping by the first week of August, or second week of August. Including the innovation into the Genesee Community College building. And that our process of doing that, move that in there temporarily. For the simple reason we've got to do some work on public safety. It needs some roof. The flat roof is in weak condition. And it's not a cheap project. We're looking at probably anywhere from $1.5 million to fix that. And gonna make that. So in the meantime, we're moving probation out of there, move the DA over into the treasurer's office when she's out of there. So we can start working on the public safety. We want to get that done before winter sets in. Last winter we had heaters being contracted. I think it was costing us $10,000 a month. Just put a heating system up on that roof to keep the snow building up to flaps. That's not good.
Thank you, sir. Okay, then. Thank you, everyone. You need me down there. Well, let me get this taken care of here. I gotta shut this all down. You want me to, you're on?